K-Gas facts? Are we still doing hoaxes? No, we're not. Yes, we are. Pew, 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 pew! The Fiji mermaid was the mummified body of a creature that was half mammal, half fish. It was popularized by P.T. Barnum in the 1840s. For those of you who don't know, Phineas Taylor Barnum was an American showman, businessman, and politician who was known for his hoaxes and for founding the Barnum and Bailey Circus. The Fiji mermaid came into Barnum's possession via his Boston counterpart Moses Kimball, who brought it to Barnum in late spring 1842. On June 18th, Barnum and Kimball entered into a written agreement to exploit this curiosity supposed to be a mermaid. In Barnum's exhibit, the mermaid was allegedly caught in 1842 by a Dr. J. Griffin. The Fiji mermaid was the torso and head of a baby monkey sewn onto the back half of a fish and covered in paper mache. The Great Moon Hoax of 1835 was a series of 6 articles published in The Sun, a New York newspaper, beginning August 25, 1835, about the supposed discovery of life and even civilization on the moon. The discoveries were falsely attributed to Sir John Herschel, one of the best-known astronomers at the time, and his fictitious companion, Andrew Grant. The articles described animals on the moon, including bison, goats, unicorns, bipedal tailless beavers, and bat-like winged humanoids who built temples. There were trees, oceans, and beaches. Delightful. These discoveries were supposedly made with an immense telescope of an entirely new principle. However, the authors later announced that the observations had been terminated by the destruction of the telescope, so no one else could see them. How convenient. By means of sun causing the lens to act as a burning glass. Yeah, magnifiers will do that. Setting fire to the observatory. A poorly built observatory at that. The author's intentions were probably first to create a sensational story which would increase sales of The Sun, which it did, and second, to ridicule some of the more extravagant astronomical theories that had recently been published. For example, Reverend Thomas Dick, who was known as the Christian philosopher, had computed that the solar system contained 21.9 trillion inhabitants, and the moon alone, by his count, would contain 4.2 billion. The hoax reflected a time where readers were looking for entertainment as much as information from penny press newspapers, which would later change with the development of ethical reporting. The Maggie Murphy hoax began in Loveland, Colorado in 1895 by W.L. Thorndike, editor-in-chief of a local newspaper. He wanted to promote an upcoming street fair, so he turned to farmer Joseph B. Swan to help bring customers to him. Swan had been known for growing more than 70 types of potatoes and had previously been featured in several news reports for his successful crops. Thorndike created an image that depicted Swan holding a giant potato. It was implied the potato weighed 86 pounds and 10 ounces and measured 2 feet and 5 inches. Swan swore that he grew it himself. The image quickly spread across the United States. Over 1,000 people sent letters to Thorndike requesting pieces of Maggie Murphy so they could grow their own oversized potato. Thorndike, realizing that the photograph was beginning to get out of control, admitted that it was a hoax. He wrote that he had asked Swan to carve a fake potato out of wood. In 2012, Colorado playwright Rick Patton adapted the tale of the hoax into a 2-act play entitled The Great Loveland Potato Hoax. The Nullarbor nymph was a hoax perpetuated in Australia between 1971 and 1972 that involved the supposed sighting of a half-naked woman living amongst kangaroos on the Nullarbor Plain. The first report on December 26, 1971 was by professional kangaroo shooters from Eucla in Western Australia near the border with South Australia. They claimed to have seen a blonde white woman among the kangaroos and backed their story with grainy amateur film showing a woman wearing kangaroo skins and holding a kangaroo by the tail. After further sightings were claimed, the story was reported around the world, and journalists descended upon the town of Eucla, which had a population of 8 at the time. The incident was later revealed to be a hoax as a publicity stunt.